Dang it. Hi guys, how's it going? Blue here, welcome to Cubeorithms. In this video, we are going to be unboxing the Shengshou 10x10 and the MeiLong 10x10. Now this isn't the old classic Shengshou 10x10, no, this is the new and improved Shengshou pillowed stickerless 10x10 that came out recently. Both of these 10x10s are reasonably new and reasonably cheap. I believe the MeiLong is about 60 bucks and the Shengshou is about 69 bucks. So we're gonna unbox these and see how they are and compare them and see which one is more worth it. And just see if they're good in the first place, because I'm interested to see, because they're pretty cheap, but I'm sure they're gonna be really good, like better than other 10x10s. And I'm happy to see that the price of 10x10s is steadily declining. I kind of want to keep seeing that because I think everybody should be able to answer yes when people ask, is that a 10x10? Okay, so I just unboxed the MeiLong and then we're just gonna unbox the Shengshou. Straight off, I think the Shengshou has a much cooler box and it's a lot smaller. Comes with styrofoam. That's a nice little case. That's honestly worth keeping as just a little case for your 10x10. Nice. And it did not come in plastic wrap, so let's pull this out of the plastic wrap. There we go. Okay, so maybe it's just because the Shengshou one is pillowed, but it looks significantly smaller. And in the camera, it looks a little bit smaller, but holding both of them, well, I don't know. I mean, this definitely feels a little bit more comfortable. This feels fine, but they both seem very small. I have to get my Shengshou 10x10, which is actually already in here sitting on the floor. Here is the Shengshou 10x10. All of these are the same, but the size difference is just intense. This is much larger than this, which is larger than this. These are the two Shengshou ones next to each other, and you can see a pretty significant decrease in size over here compared to the old classic. Also, I restickered it a long time ago, but I really screwed up and I made the shades that I bought were not good. Orange and red together, yucky. I made a mistake. I'm gonna have to resticker this eventually, but not today. So anyway, the Shengshou and the MeiLong. Which one to start with? I wrote Shengshou first, so we're gonna do first turns on the MeiLong. Okay, so here is the MeiLong 10x10, and it's pretty much like all the other MeiLong big cubes that I've seen up until this point. Nice and small, pretty bright shades. It looks pretty good. I have a feeling it's gonna feel pretty simple. It's probably gonna turn really good. Let's find out. Oh yeah. Wow. Holy moly. Wow, all of the layers feel consistent and this is fast. Oh my goodness. Almost 2 twists with 1 flick. Ooh, yikes. Can't turn it too aggressively. Wow, that's locking up a lot. It feels maybe a little bit loose. I mean, I guess it's not too loose, but I don't know, as I'm turning this, I feel like I'm getting a pretty good amount of lockups. I might need to tighten this down just like a half turn on each screw, but wow. This is turning really, really fast right off. And any lockups I'm getting are resolving themselves pretty well. So nothing that has completely locked the cube up all the way. Let's do some first turns on the Shengshou. Here's the Shengshou, which this feels a little bit heavier than the MeiLong. Let's do some turns. Okay. Ooh. There's some grease. As I'm turning it, the grease has leaked. Yikes. It doesn't feel as gross as it used to. It's not like butter. It's more just like not the greatest feeling. It just feels a little bit sweaty. Again, pretty consistent throughout all the layers, only that this one definitely feels slower and quieter, but also a lot more stable. I'm not seeing as many lockups. Uh-oh, what did I do? Oh, I know what I did. We're fine. Yeah, not feeling as locky. My arms are tired because the way I sit in my chair, I have to extend, this is my arms basically extended out all the way. So on smaller cubes, it's okay, but on big, heavy 10x10s, it makes my arms kind of tired because I'm reaching my arms around the tripod. So yeah, it's a little bit finger trickable. Not quite as finger trickable as the MeiLong right off. Like the MeiLong just feels like a speed cube. It feels a lot more airy. The Shengshou feels much more solid, like the pieces are not full of air, almost like the whole cube is just a big hunk of plastic. Definitely heavy, definitely turns heavy, but I can't really feel a whole ton of friction. It actually is turning very, very smoothly, just kind of heavily. On this one, it turns very light, very airy. I can detect quite a bit of friction, but it's not necessarily slowing it down. It just feels kind of like, what's the word? Kind of clacky. See what I'm saying? Shengshou. Much quieter. Let's compare the shades of the plastic, because obviously they're both stickerless, but it looks like in the yellow, the Shengshou is maybe just a tiny bit darker. Blue, that's about exactly the same. Red, about exactly the same. Maybe the Shengshou is just a tiny bit more saturated, but pretty much the same. Green, that's about the same. And orange, that's about the same. So honestly, they're probably the exact same, but my eyes are just picking it up. I want to see a difference. I'm seeing the most subtle differences of all time. The other thing too is that the Shengshou has more of a matte finish. The MeiLong has not exactly like a glossy finish, but not matte either, just kind of a neutral finish. So this one's a little bit shinier than this one. I want to see if they can pass the corner cutting test. I already know this is gonna lock up. Okay, one piece, it cuts, and that's pretty good too. Little bit of resistance, but it's not locking. Past that, okay, it's cutting good. And okay, wow, actually not bad. There's a lockup, but it just snaps right back into place. I'd say that the MeiLong passes the corner cutting test. And reverse corner cutting, nothing, but that's okay. Yeah, I can kind of misalign all the layers here. Yeah, MeiLong passes the corner cutting test. I'm impressed. Shengshou, don't let me down. One piece, oh yeah, no problem. Yep, that's doing good. Misalign all the layers just a little bit, which is kind of hard because it feels like the layers are kind of sticky. Like they're kind of sticking together. It feels like this is definitely a lot tighter than the MeiLong. Okay, that's a pretty good amount, but if I push, yeah, that just right went. No Shengshou lockup. Two pieces. Okay, that's a bit of a stretch. And it's got the pieces a little bit out of alignment, but they go right back down. That is really, really nice. So wow, they both pretty much passed the corner cutting test. They're not getting crazy lockups, which is really, really good to see. I was expecting that definitely the MeiLong and maybe the Shengshou would have lockups, but no, they're both doing great. So I guess the last thing to do now is to scramble them up. Now, because they both have about the same shades, they're gonna look pretty similar scrambled, but I wanna see, I don't know, I just wanna see what they look like, I guess. I wasn't really going anywhere with that. Scramble it up. This is something I fail to do a lot in my videos, is actually scramble the puzzles, because a lot of times I'm not ready to solve them, but because these two, I'm super confident that I totally know how to solve them, I'm okay with scrambling them on camera. That looks pretty good and scrambled. Let's get the Shengshou, which I'm already telling that this one's not quite as easy to scramble because like I said, MeiLong is a lot looser. This one out of the box is pretty significantly tighter. But again, that's something that's not that hard to adjust. And if it's really becomes a problem, then I will adjust it accordingly. Okie doke. That looks pretty good. All right, so these are them mixed up. And now I just realized that I'm gonna need to have them mixed up in the thumbnail for the video because I wanna post it tonight and it's already like 6:30. So that's a bummer, but whatevs. So yeah, that pretty much concludes the unboxing. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're interested in picking these up, be sure to do it from SpeedCubeShop and use the discount code BLUE. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you liked the video and want to see more videos from me. Again, thanks for watching and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!